at 18 years old. Then I didn't see much again till like the movie Next Friday came. I missed out on a lot of coochies. When y'all was selling dope and bitches, I was beating my for many years.
So that's why you.
Hey guys, and welcome to Little Black Book. You know what time it is. Talking to you guys about stop reliving your childhood in your present relationship. Stop doing it. It's not going to help you. I'm going to coach you through this moment by using Couples Retreat, Michael Blackson and his particular partner. I'm going to coach you through this, living through this complex of trying to go into the past, living in your current, present, future. Okay, guys, if you're new to the channel, like, share, subscribe, click on the bell button for notification of uploads. And for those of you who are returnees, you already know what it is, baby. You got the minerals, you got the minerals. My voice is coming back, baby. Okay, stay hydrated. Why? Because the streets, let me show you that the streets are hot. Okay, listen. Let me get some water and let's start this campaign. All right, cool. I want to coach you through this moment right now, guys. If you're someone who's been kind of reliving the past in their current relationships, stop it, okay? And we're going to see that with Michael Blackson as well, because he likes to, I guess, he goes to use his past as a reasoning for why he's not staying faithful right now. And that in itself is problematic. Let's have a look what he's saying.
You don't want to do that no more?
That's why the side bitches are making up for all the bitches out there.
So once that goes, that's going to get played out.
It's going to get played out.
You live in your second childhood years, right?
So you hear quite clearly from Michael Blackson, he's living out his childhood years right now. Now, that's not a problem at all, but he's currently been in a relationship with a woman who seemingly wants more. The trouble with this is, when you enter into a relationship, most people have a monogamous mindset. Now, with his particular partner, she has an understanding that he's going to have other women on the side, but already you can see that she now is starting to feel some type of way. Why? Because truthfully, most of us are monogamous in our mindsets. We expect loyalty, we expect faithfulness, we expect truthfulness. We expect that person to make us feel special, and there's nothing wrong with that. The Bible even says that he has called us his special people, a peculiar set of people, okay? And he's jealous over us. So understand that even God himself in a relationship with us is jealous over us. It is not abnormal to be such. But what we see with Michael right now is he refuses to be faithful, or let me not say faithful because it's an arrangement. He refuses to stay in a monogamous relationship because he's happy to play around. And the reason why he's happy to play around at this moment is because, like I said, it's coming from a place of pain and hurt and a lack thereof in their childhood. I remember when I was a kid, I used to love the tracksuits. I used to love tracksuits, and I could never afford one. And when I got a little bit older, I started to buy one or two tracksuits at £90. I remember I said, why am I buying this tracksuit for 90 quid? And I quickly came out of that, right? But I remember that period of time, when I got a bit of money, I wanted to buy these tracksuits and trainers that I never had when I was a kid. And I quickly realized this is the quickest way to go broke. Let's not do that anymore. Okay, so it's very important to understand that in a relationship, you don't want to be living out your past in your present. Okay, and that's what we're seeing with Michael Blackson at the moment. Let's just watch a little bit more.
Think you could ever be faithful?
I mean, so yeah, I could be once that whole marriage thing.
How about?
And listen to what he's saying. Ladies, I want you to pay attention. He says here, I can be faithful when we get the whole marriage thing. He ain't gonna never change. Okay, he's never going to be faithful when they're married, and here's why. Because the same struggle you can't complete now, it's not going to change when you get married. You might be able to do it for a little while, but the truth of the matter is, what you've not trained yourself to do, you cannot do. Okay, this is not a special talent. Being faithful is not a special talent. It's about the emotional intimacy you have with yourself. Okay, are you in tune with your emotions? Are you faithful to yourself? Are you truthful to yourself? Because those particular aspects are what makes people lack the ability also to be faithful in a relationship. You don't want someone to get too close to you because you feel like they get close to you, you're too vulnerable, so you got to have multiple women around you. You got an insatiable appetite, you don't want to be disciplined, right? Cool. But you being in a relationship now and thinking that when you get married it's going to change, or when you become a father it's going to change. It is not. It is simply going to be a cover on top of a lid that's going to explode later on. Okay, all right. So many people are in these kind of situations where they're using a complex, is in the sense of they are reenacting their past into their present relationships. Look, I understand right now that you may be watching this and maybe nodding your head. You're wounded. You're hurt. It is time to go somewhere and recover. Okay? You are not going to learn what you need to heal from in a relationship. What I mean by that is most people's wounds are not going to be healed in a pressure moment. Okay? Relationships are pressure moments. They pressure us to be better. They pressure us to look at scenarios from a different perspective. They pressure us to compromise. They pressure us to sometimes, rarely, make some sacrifices. It pressures us to look and say, I don't want to be selfish in this moment. I want to serve, irrespective of how the world tells me I should be behaving, because it's not best for my relationship. You can't do that when you don't practice that. It's not going to suddenly flip. Okay, all right. Let's watch a bit more.
A family.
Yeah. Definitely want a family. I want a little Tiger Woods running around the crib. Knees, whatever we want to call it. No. I'm 100% down with that. And
so he wants a family. And here's the trouble with having a family. When you are not faithful to the woman that you're in and you don't love this woman the way you need to, you create emotional distress and trauma for this child coming out, man. A lot of people think that they can just... Listen, let me be honest with you, right? Ideally, the most ideal perfection you want is a mother and father who love each other and love the child. Now, evidently, when we have this term, it takes a village to raise a child, we absolutely believe that, because the mother and father need other support links to help them raise this child. But most importantly, what you don't want to be starting on is a back foot. You don't want to be starting from a place where you're not really sure if you love the mother of your children. You're not sure if you like her. And now you may love your child, but your love for the mother and the disrespect that may come towards her is going to inflict itself on that child. They're going to sense the energy. And a lot of children have grown up in households where there is absolute infighting within both parents that cause trauma to that child. And the child grows up and is not sure why they feel the way they feel. But it's because they've witnessed conflict from their parents. And I'm not talking about conflict of argument. I'm talking about, I don't like you. Because that's where it's going to go to if he continues right now, Michael Blackson. He's not going to be faithful because the sun came out. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Okay, you're not going to be faithful because the girl that you like now is pregnant. Ladies, don't trap these men because it's not going to make him change. Man, them, don't, suddenly think you're going to change because now baby's on the way. It's not going to happen. You practice these things. Okay, you practice these things so that you can execute them further on down the line in a relationship. Let's watch a bit more.
Honestly, I can't see it with anybody else but her. I think she's top dog.
So Ryder's pregnant, but nobody on this trip knows about it.
So he's made it very, very clear, the number one person in his life, top dog, is his woman, right? But he can't stay faithful. See, the men and women, they all know what they need, right? They once you sit down with yourself and be honest and truthful, you know what you need, right? So he's telling you right now, like, this is a woman that he needs. This is a woman that he wants, right? Because you've got the qualities that he needs, right? But he won't settle down with just her. Why? Because the other components, which are actually more to do with his toxicity than actually to do with the fact that it's what she's missing, is what drives him to other women. There is nothing to do with the outsiders. It's all to do with him. His own brokenness leads him to other broken people out there, or at least to hurt other people to make them broken too. Do you see what I'm saying? That it's not going to change because the external is not influencing him. He is the one that is causing the issue. It's not the bad chick that walked past. It's not the bad girl that DM'd him. Okay? It's not that. It's him. There is an identification issue here. He identifies with toxicity. He identifies with brokenness. He identifies with being unfaithful. He identifies with having multiple women. That's part of his identity at this moment due to the fact that he has not come to his wholesome self. Listen, guys, look, these are things that happen on a regular basis. Maybe yours is not cheating. Maybe yours is condescending. Maybe yours is you're rude. Maybe yours is that you're emotionally distant. Whatever it is, this is what we're here to coach and help you with. Okay, Michael Blackson, what he needs to do right now is take a long, hard look and be, number one, first of all, truthful, which partly he has. He's admitted to the fact that his father, wasn't there and not knowing him, and that caused emotional distance. Now it's time to be honest. Okay, now I admit I'm emotionally distant. What can I do to begin to bring that work into play? And the first thing is this: go back. Whenever I'm dealing with people and there's emotional wounds right now, I say go back to the root of that injury. Right? When you never had your father, when you probably looked at your mum and probably blamed her, when you found out nobody was supporting you, nobody's defending you, you had to fight for your life out there, they'll call you dark skin jokes, all those things that made you feel bad. These moves about women are about empowerment. They're not about the women. They are what they represent, which is the women represent a symbolism of power. I have power now. Now I get all these chicks that were once beforehand were accustomed to me. This is power to me. And maybe that's why I even chose a girl who's also light-skinned. I don't know. Maybe just likes all women. I'm just putting it out there. But irrespective of that, all these women represent power to him. They don't represent love. They represent power. And you see, because of his broken lens, he can see the girl that he needs, and he can see the girl that's really pretty, and the girl that's pretty not just in body, but pretty in the mind, and understands him, flows with him, catches the same drift as him, and yet still he can't stay with one woman. And the reason why is not because, them are born to be polygamous. No, you're broken. Oh, say it true, you're broken. And all the other women represent your broken pieces, just like hot crosses in Harry Potter. You understand? Yeah, pieces of your soul out there. Anyway, listen, I want to keep it nice and short. I know that he thinks that side chicks are part of his DNA, and that tells me everything I need to know about where his head is at. He needs to go back to the root cause of the pain that he has. And if you're somebody who's suffering like this at the moment, listen, you can see the email down below. Hit us up on littleblackbook@gmail.com. Reach out to us for some coaching tips. If there's something that intrigues you, something that you want to talk about, if you just want me to just to even listen, some of you just need somebody to listen to you, right? You've got so much on your neck, that they're harboring so much pain. You just need someone to listen. I'm here to listen, right? But it's not free. Okay, my time's not free, but reach out to us, man. We always want to be here to help you. But I want to let you know again, don't operate from a place of brokenness. Let's operate from a place of wholesomeness. Appreciate you guys. Stay locked, stay loaded. We'll see you guys soon for the next installment. Love. Peace.